Okay, my name is Donald Foss, and today I'll be speaking about the leadership and management roles that Jack Dorsey has played over the span of his career. And now, one of the reasons I found him interesting beyond his enormous successes as CEO of both Twitter and Square, boasting a net worth of $5.3 billion as of February 19th of this year, according to a real time profile of Dorsey in Forbes, is his dynamic public image, where you have relevant cultural figures such as Kanye West, who praised him for being, quote, just incredibly smart, visionary, in a 2019 interview with Beats One radio station host Zane Lowe, as well as business and tech moguls, including Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who critiqued his work at Twitter, emphasizing its lack of ability to distinguish bots from real people, according to a 2020 article published by CNBC. Dorsey has also become an interesting public figure due to the unorthodox and eccentric health practices that he religiously follows, where, according to a 2019 article published by Addicted to Success, he participates in, quote, intermittent fasting, which holds benefits of, quote, improved efficiency, willpower, mental performance, memory, and mood. He also, quote, fast walks to work, giving him an energy boost each morning while simultaneously improving his health. And he also only takes cold showers, which, quote, enhances circulation and willpower while also reducing his fat levels. Combined with the fact that he dropped out of college at New York University, he has become a bit of an anomaly within the business world. Nonetheless, Dorsey's name has become more relevant today than ever before, and this may have been in part due to his modern and forward-thinking business philosophy. According to a 2011 article published by TechCrunch, in an interview with talk show host Charlie Rose, Dorsey asserted that his goal is to simplify complexity, and that he just wants to build stuff that really simplifies our base human interaction. Not nearly as concerned with profits or revenues, Dorsey seeks to lead agile and risk-taking organizations that can easily adapt to current human needs, all while streamlining processes within the company to make them as efficient as possible. And Dorsey's ability to recognize the reality of certain situations can be seen even during Twitter's early days, where in a 2008 interview with Information Week, he emphasized the fact that the company needed to fix the power outages that have plagued the service for weeks, making it, quote, the first and only priority for now. Continuing to strive for a quality service that users will come back to, even in the face of potential revenue loss, he has effectively put into use the planning and control cycle. According to the textbook, the planning and control cycle has 4 steps, where the first 2 are the planning steps and the latter 2 are the controls. The planning steps are to first make and then execute the plan, and the final 2 steps are to control the direction by either comparing results to the plan or to take corrective action by modifying future plans or revising your current plan. In Dorsey's case, he revised and strengthened his current plan, prioritizing uptime for the service over potential revenue gain, modifying his management trajectory in order to better fulfill the service's overarching goals of reaching customer satisfaction. And Dorsey has also been able to achieve these overarching goals through the use of daily themes, asserting that, quote, the way he found that works for him is he themes his days. On Monday, at both companies, he focuses on management and running the company. Tuesday is focused on product. Wednesday is focused on marketing and communications and growth. And Thursday is focused on developers and partnerships. Friday is focused on the company and the culture and recruiting. Saturday he takes off, he hikes. And Sunday is reflection, feedback, strategy, and getting ready for the week, according to a 2015 article published in Forbes magazine. Being able to break down each day into its own theme has allowed him to streamline his productivity through grouping similar tasks together. These strategic plans and goals have been able to be realized through Dorsey's implementation of an open system, which, according to our textbook, is a, quote, system that continually interacts with its environment. Thus, Dorsey has left Twitter and Square alike to be open to feedback and criticism from both internal and external sources. This idea was further illustrated in a 2015 article published in Inc. magazine, where, quote, Square employees work shifts in local coffee shops so that they can see how their services work in the field. thus providing an immediate sense of feedback as far as mapping Square's progress in reaching their strategic goal of ensuring customer satisfaction. And this keen sense of openness and transparency is illustrated through the organizational cultures of Dorsey's companies, which can both be classified as adhocracies. These are defined as, quote, organizations that have an external focus and values of flexibility, according to our textbook. And this is reflective of the emphasis on agility and innovation at Twitter and Square. In order to retain any competitive edge in the tech industry, a great sense of creativity and adaptability must be in place, which are both traits that Dorsey's portfolio as a CEO directly reflects. Furthermore, these innovations are reached through a system of decentralized authority, which is a, quote, organizational structure in which important decisions are made by middle-level and supervisory-level managers, with power being delegated throughout the organization. This gives employees themselves the accountability and responsibility to play their part in these companies' constant improvements. According to the same previous article, quote, for Dorsey, a good leader is someone who guides the people in their organization so that they can make the big decisions, not someone who issues decisions down from on high. The strong sense of responsibility that each of Dorsey's employees hold can also be seen in his transparency as far as the distribution of information, ensuring that all employees are as up-to-date as possible on a multitude of issues. He shares notes from meetings on a company-wide scale, and even gives employees access to documents from board of director meetings, according to the same article mentioned previously. Such a hands-on approach as far as being able to directly ask questions to executives at the company and giving feedback allows for goals to cascade throughout the organization and for a common purpose to be achieved. If Dorsey didn't see his employees as worthwhile assets to his company, he certainly wouldn't be willing to give all of them access to the vast majority of the company's important documents. Thus, an inherent sense of optimism and positivity is required in order to place such a strong sense of responsibility even on entry-level employees, adopting a Theory Y approach to management. According to our textbook, Theory Y, quote, represents a human relations outlook, a positive view of workers as capable of accepting responsibility, having self-direction and self-control, and being imaginative and creative. Dorsey's perspective on his employees almost perfectly aligns with these values. And the application of these systems, theories, and cycles into real-life scenarios can be exemplified through a relatively recent development in Twitter's history, where, according to a 2019 article published by TechCrunch, being able to quote, combat abuse and misinformation has become one of Twitter's primary concerns. Dorsey notes that they are working as quickly as they can, but quickness will not get the job done. It's focus, it's prioritization, it's understanding the fundamentals of the network. In order to minimize hostile interactions on the site, he has also set into place quantifiable plans and strategies, working to measure conversational health and to use machine learning to automatically detect abusive content, according to the same previous article. Furthermore, none of this sense of clear organization or prioritization would be possible without Dorsey's aforementioned system of transparent and decentralized authority, placing responsibility on all of his employees and receiving organization-wide feedback in the process. By placing measurable goals and delegating certain tasks to specific departments, all while still maintaining a sense of connection and coherence throughout the organization, Dorsey's plans are able to come to fruition. And these leadership traits can also be applied to a personal level, where Dorsey's consistent focus on the future makes him unafraid of failure, willing to quickly modify his trajectory in response to results and to the feedback of those around him. Having a positive Theory Y outlook can be beneficial to all of us, whether you're someone trying to attain something as large as a PhD, or if you're just trying to learn a new skill or hobby. This open communicative style of leadership can also be helpful to me specifically as a member of an organization known as Clemson Adobe, where we host workshops throughout campus that teach students how to use Adobe products. Not only is a clear sense of collaboration required internally as far as planning and executing each workshop, but also externally, where we must work with students in order to resolve any confusion or issues that may arise. So whether you're the CEO of a major corporation or simply someone looking for better ways to get things done and be productive, Jack Dorsey's style of leadership is certainly one that should be sought after. Thank you.